Rello on her.
Hello, everybody. This is Jake Takashi here to give you guys another topic session. And today, we're just we're gonna talk about what is sorry guys. We're gonna talk about what is intimidation to us. And I want a bunch of people on here on the panel tonight to talk about it because I'm gonna give my thoughts, and then I want people to come in, to give their thoughts of what intimidation means to them today. Hold on, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, guys. Give me a second. Cool Gamer, if you want to come on, brother, I would love to have you on, man. And maybe we can have some after hours and talk about something else. Otherwise, it'll be a very short stream today. I don't expect this to go on for like 9 hours, 8 hours, 4 hours. But yeah. And guys, give me a second. I gotta turn on my headphones real quick. Give me a second. Yeah, so Cool Gamer, if you want to come on, brother, you're welcome to come on. I'm gonna get started in a second. I'm just gonna connect these to my hold on. Right here. My mouse is fine. I have to charge my keyboard, it looks like. All right, guys, how am I sounding? Sound good? Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. No, but all in all, like, I'm sorry about that. Just give me a second, guys. Thank you to the people who are watching. I appreciate it, guys. I'm really sorry. I'm doing something really quick in the background right now, and we're gonna get this shit really started. Oh no. Just sending it to somebody else, and then we should be good. Okay, guys. All right. Let's go. So, I really wanted to do this topic based on last week on a conversation that I heard because I keep hearing this a lot, intimidation from men, intimidation from women, or men are intimidated from women. And I really wanted to really break down the bare minimum of what it was today, at least what it means to me. I know what, first of all, I'm going to pull up the definition of intimidation. And I think everybody knows what that is. I know off my head, but I'm going to post it on screen so everybody can see this. All right, hold on. We're going to do screen share, and then I'm going to make sure everybody can see this. All right, there we go. My light is on. There we go. All right, here we go. Intimidation. The action of intimidating someone or the state of being intimidated. And which also known as the noun, like I said, the intimidation of witnesses and jurors. So frightening, menacing, terrifying, scaring, alarming, terrorization. You got all those right there. Now, now I want to say this, guys. And also, I think intimidate just means the act of fear or threatening someone. So, hold on. Let me get rid of that now. All right, guys. So, intimidation comes in many forms. So it can literally be in a threatening form, or it could be in a confrontational. Like I said, in a threatening confrontational form, it can be in a remark, like like a simple remark to someone. Just like I said, just using by using your facial expression, your tone, and your posture. Every creature in the animal kingdom knows what intimidation is. They they have a fear of something. Like a squirrel, more often than not, will be able to have fear if a car is coming to them. They'll run away, of course. They'll be afraid, but they're going to try to run to out, in a freaking zigzag, jumpy way. They'll try to not, they'll try to move in fear of being hit. So that's one variation of it. Fear, like I said, fear is intimidation. Threatening someone is intimidation. Like you have all those variables, or when you terrorize somebody, that's intimidation. I'll say more threatening, but that's still under the pretext of intimidation. And the rhetoric that's really been going around nowadays, is that and guys, by the way, this isn't a man versus woman stream, but I do want to bring this up because this is a topic that needs to be said. It says that men are intimidated by a woman's work ethic or career, and I'm like, I'm not intimidated. And the thing is, I think that's a bunch of bullshit, Cap. Because personally, all the men that I surround myself with, we're not intimidated by a woman or any. First of all, we're intimidated by any dude. Number one, no, that just ain't happening. But at the same time, we're not intimidated by a woman because she has her job or something, or because she's pointing her finger at us. Because honestly, and this may get the stream negated on some hardcore shit, but no, I'm not intimidated by you. More often than not, the only thing that's keeping me more often in check is my own confidence, my own self-esteem, and my willingness not to knock your teeth out. So no, I'm not intimidated by you working, making more than me, or anything like that. No. And that's not. And personally, I'm gonna be real. I don't think most women really, for me, can even warrant intimidation from me. To be honest, more often than not, I laugh at you because I don't take you seriously. Because often I know what lady is about their shit or who's not about their shit. But or we can go in, guys. Let's go into it. We can go into versions of when you were in school. When you were in school, there may have been bullies that terrorized people because they wanted to threaten you with intimidation. By I'm bigger than you, I'm badder than you, I'm angry, don't make me mad, or I can bully you to an extent so you can't do anything. Like I said, which is basically terrorization at that point when you're doing that. So, you're in threat of your life. So everybody has that bully in school. I had that bully and I beat his ass because I didn't give a damn. and the thing is, more often than not, that bully I fought this one didn't become my best friend. There was one that did, but that one that I fought the first time, I fought back because I'm like, your intimidation was all smoke and mirrors. You weren't really this tough. You were just you were going through a existential crisis at the time, and you thought it was okay. You thought it'd be okay to hide hide your fears into this false facade of a fake confidence and bully people to terrorize and to make yourself seem like you're a threat. And it just, and I just came along and broke that shit because it needed to be done. Just because there was the wrong person to try to threaten me or intimidate. I mean, you're the wrong person to try to intimidate / threaten me. And the thing was, for me, it was more about me standing my ground, and I was at that point in time I was just mad. So, no, nobody's gonna terrorize my ass. So, I always often wonder, like, where does it come from? Does it come from a neglect of you not having power? Therefore, you want to have funny enough goes back to my previous stream, like what 3-4 Saturdays ago, where we talked about people now having real power. I was wondering, do you want to falsify a false sense of power into your that you have this? That you're actually threatening when you actually are not, or is it that you seek attention from bullying people? Be seen to be seen in a different light and not be ragged on because you're not actually that strong. You're actually, I don't want to say puny and weak, but you're docile, and you don't get strength from feeling anger. It's a facade you're putting on at the time. Because, like I said, I'm always curious to where it came from. Because I think more often than not, I think it always stems from, like, where you grew up, who raised you, and just what you were raised around. Sorry guys, I slowed it a little bit, but, like, where were you? That's what I gotta ask. Like I said, to anybody who, to the one person that's watching this, if you can comment, that'd be great. But to the person who's experienced intimidation, what was their version of intimidation for you? And also, how did you more so overcome that intimidation that the person was giving you? Hold on, guys, give me a second. All right, there we go. But yeah, I mean, that's a question I have for folks in the comments. Anybody who's watching this right now, like the thing I'm asking you is, like I said, what did you do to overcome that intimidation that the other person was giving you, that you received? Because for me, it was just a matter of knowing my surroundings. So, I guess knowing my surroundings, knowing who was with me, knowing how tough I was, the confidence within myself, and also if I had the ability to stand my ground despite the intimidation. I could get really hurt if I fight this person, or I can stand my ground and stand on my laurels. Because I tell everybody, I think you should always remember a low point in your life, not you and your knee specifically, but how an outsider came in and tried to put hands on you, and you'll never forget the feeling and emotion the feeling / emotions that went through you to combat that person, or / in this case bark back. Because I can often always think in times of not peril, but in times of like extreme degrees of like stress, where I was just like, I wasn't gonna like let anybody just run me over, and I had to stand my ground despite them being very intimidating towards me. But the thing was, I was like, screw it. They listen, you bleed like I do, you bleed like I do, you get hurt like I do, it doesn't matter. So your intimidation isn't valid to me. And the only thing that technically valid that was holding me back is my teachings of my grandmother, in a sense of telling me, you shouldn't hit first. Of course, I shouldn't hit first, but if he swings first, I'm dodging. I'm knocking his teeth out. I don't care. I don't care how much he's boasting. I don't care what problems he's got going on at his house. I don't care about any of that crap. All I merely care about is that this man threatened me, so of course I'm gonna retaliate. When you're really young, where the words do get to you. When technically not supposed to, but they get to everybody. It happens with everyone. So you gotta, like I said, you gotta always have a clear mind and really see what's out there. To be honest, because like I said, you never know what could be going through someone's mind at that period of time. Like they're having a bad day. I hear that a lot. Or they could be just be not in the mood. And I've had days like that too. But I'm not intimidating anybody or man, like I'm mostly just angry sometimes, but I'm not like trying to intimidate where like, yo, no, I'm not doing that shit. Oh my gosh. All right, there we go. Now, like I said, there've been periods in my life where it's happened. And more often than not, my father had given me a talk about it, if a sudden somebody threatened you / intimidate you, you stand, you do what you gotta do to take care of them. And then I'm not talking about extreme cases if somebody has a gun on you or whatever, assault, rifle / weapon on them. More often than not, you have to do what that person says, otherwise you will get, you could lose your life. So, because weapons are not fun. Weapons are made to intimidate people, to intimidate / threaten somebody with, and the tactic for it is very useful, very effective. Because some people wouldn't dare to attack you if they know the weapon was, if someone's gonna pull the trigger of this particular assault rifle / I know I say assault rifle, guys, but of this said rifle, and end your life in a matter of seconds. Because anybody having any weapon pointed towards them is very scary, not fun. And yes, you're intimidated and you're scared. Like I said, all of the above: fear, you're threatened, terrorized of your life. A lot of things are going through your brain, and just be like, yo, I think the best thing for you is to try to get home. So, intimidation is really, for me, I mean, is what the definition is. But for me, more often than not, you're threatening my life. Now you trying to say you're gonna hurt me. They're still technically in threat of my life, guys. But I'm talking about like where I'm like just going like stand my ground against. Like there are things that I have to bite down on, things I don't have to. But when it's like the best way to put it is like if there's a weapon, then you really can't say no, bro. That's your life. And if you really love your life, you're gonna do what that person tells you to do. Because you really have no alternative choice. It's either that you try to go down trying to be brazen, thinking you can stop the guy. Unless you are capable of doing that without getting hurt yourself. But I'm curious to what people think in the chat. And also if nobody comes on within, I'll say within 20 minutes, I'll end the stream. Maybe I'll say 15. Because I'll just make it very short. I send invitations to people to come on so they can give me their thoughts, their views on it. And like I said, that's what I'm really curious about. But I'm not done yet, guys. I still got a lot more to talk about. I mean, honestly, that's why I said 15 minutes, not 20. But I would say mostly intimidation can come from a multi-latitude different things. Like I said, somebody putting a weapon on you, someone talking, someone having their tone, using their tone to talk very aggressive and angry towards you, and someone who puts hands on, like, yes, all those things are all forms of intimidation. But also warning you to defend yourself and wanting to handle handle the situation that you see fit, that might be best, to you getting home, to you, getting back to your family, or if you have kids, your father, your mother of any kind, yeah, your best bet is to get home. Always get out of the situation, harmlessly, but also, like I said, get out safely. Simple enough. If you can navigate through that, then you should be okay. But I've always said everybody should have a way of defending themselves. Even if it's just small intimidation, You never know with anybody nowadays. They could claim something and then that's not what it actually really is. So I would always be on my 2 cents about that. Whenever someone claims that they're not really being intimidating, but they say something very threatening towards you, just remove yourself away from that person. If you can walk away. And I said easier said than done, but they said you gotta make sure you get home. That's the most important thing: your well-being, your safety, and that your loved ones know that you're home. So yes, guys, understand that. That's very important, and that should always be priority one. Always. Apex, the Megas Sigma Simp. Yo, what's up? How you doing, Apex? If you want to come up, brother, you're welcome to come on up. I like to have you. I like to hear what you have to think. Otherwise, like I said, otherwise this will be a very short video. Not even a stream tonight. I know it's Tristan. I just call you. I'll call you by your new team name, man. Sorry about that. Apex. I'm on another panel at the moment. I got you. It's cool. Don't worry, man. I'll be ending my stream early today. Looks like, or video. That's what it's gonna be. And then we'll do the nation shit next week. Guys, sorry about that. I think I need another water. Won't leave yet, but hold on. How's the mental today, my brother? My mentality's fine, man. I went to the gym today, got a workout in, listen to my music. I haven't posted an IG where I'm listening to my J-pop, like I said, music. So I'm doing really good, man. I just needed that today. It was very much needed. But thank you for asking. I really appreciate it, man. That question means a lot. And caring about my well-being, that's what's up, man. I appreciate that. That's actually what's been missing with a lot of us guys today. None of us don't care about the other today. We need to start. The people who we surround ourselves with, I think they matter. But yeah. Have any questions for me besides that one? Before I'm gonna do another share for you guys so we can read some things off with intimidation. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I can't be really tired yet. Like I doubt it. But yeah, your top J-pop artist right now. It wouldn't be Utada, and I love Utada. Utada's probably, to me, she's the apex. But number one right now, it's fucking hard. Oh wait, I 100% agree on that. Okay, your top J-pop artist right now. Okay, I'll answer that question. Let me think. Sorry about that, guys. Working out a little bit. But I'm gonna say Azu. No. Azu / Chihiro. It's a tie between those two. I think Azu and Chihiro are awesome J-pop artists. That makes such great shit. So those two. There's your answer to that, my man. Apex Sigma. I can't believe you spelled all that backwards. But any other questions you want from me, man? Stop yawning, goddamn it. We ain't that tired, nigga. Sorry about that, y'all. But hold on. Let me pull that thing up. I said I was gonna do. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do a screen share. I mean, once Utada got on that Bleach intro, she pretty much held it because she never took my wife Nami Amuro. Amuro actually Nami Amuro is in my she's in my 10. She might be number 6 or 5. I think it's fair to put her 5. No, I'll say that 4 or 5. She could be 4 or 5 because I really love her music. She's a really good J-pop. But oh my guys, let me put this screen share thing up here. I said we got a couple more things, and after that we'll end it if nobody else comes on. Touch up on the fucking topic. Otherwise, it's not a topic. No, not a video file. You what? People get so mad. I call Beyonce. That what? First of all, I got this. This is gonna be really. It's gonna be pissed off a lot of people. But I got all the Japanese girls all over the fucking American girls right now. The only three that are like legendary for me in terms of the sisters. Beyonce would be in the top 5. She's not in my top 5 personally, but she would have to be on there because of her shit. But I got Keisha Cole over her. The fuck. Whitney Houston, Alicia Keys, Mary J. Blige. I said Keisha Cole. This is what I said. Maybe actually, if I took Keisha Cole out, it'd be Rihanna, then it'd be Beyonce, or then Beyonce, then Rihanna. But yeah, because those are the best. And I throw Keisha Cole in there personally for me. Okay, there we go, man. But back to the thing real quick. Share. He said thank you. Wait, to which part? Everything I said? Alright, sorry about that, guys. What does intimidating someone mean? To make timid or fearful, frightened, especially to compel or deter by or as if by threats try to intimidate a witness. Got you. Intimidating is defined as a acting because here's what I said, guys. What is an example of intimidation? Intimidating is defined as acting in a way that inspires fear or demands great respect. When you threaten a younger kid on the bus until he gives you his lunch money. Yeah, I know what that is. This is an example of intimidating. I know that is. Yeah. The definition of intimidating is someone or something that inspires fear or awe. Well, that sounds, guys. I know, guys. Okay, this is a serious stream, and I'm not trying to bring in fiction into this, but that sounds a lot like fucking Batman. That was the first thing that came up when I thought of this shit. It was like Batman. That's all he does. Oh no. All right, here we go, guys. We're gonna go to all these right here because I want everybody to get some understanding of this. What is the difference between fear and intimidation? As a noun, the difference between intimidation and fear is that intimidation is the act of making timid or fearful or deterring by threats. The state of being intimidated as the voters were kept from the polls by intimidation while fear is grass. Got you. All right. Can it being intimidating be a good thing? Okay. Well, being intimidating has become synonymous with being unapproachable. It's clear that it's not always a bad thing to look like you're capable of doing great things. When people feel that you are able to do great work, they'll likely approach you with even better projects and higher expectations for your work. Well, guys, that's it on a positive note. John Wallace? Okay. First time I've had you up on here. You're welcome to come up, brother. Hello, John. John?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up? How you doing?
How you doing, Jay? It's been a long time, man.
Yeah, it's been
Been a long
John, man.
time.
Yeah, it's been a real good long time, man. I'm just like I said, I had originally planned on doing a stream today, but I had to push back the other one again because there's some cats that was supposed to come into that, so I pushed it back and decided to do this one because this was on my mind last week. So this is a replacement stream for it. So I was just talking.
So,
So yeah, I was just talking about what is it? What is an intimidation to us today?
oh, intimidation, I see. Okay. I think the most
Yeah,
intimidating thing is like the social media and the stuff from life, and that's the most intimidating thing from us. It's basically the things we fear the most. Like in the movie Rocky, he had to overcome fear in order to face like Clubber Lang and eventually beat him.
Dragunov. Yeah.
You know, when the odds were against him. So it's basically stuff like that. But tell me more, man. Fear is the. Oh yeah, this is the like the channel that's mainly interested like in the Japanese and stuff. Now, I've never really been interested like in the Japanese, but I was like mainly like in the Central Asian, Central Asia, because I watched
Yeah.
like a live stream from like 5 months back, back in 2021. I think it was IP or somebody else, but it was
Yeah.
mainly based on in Central Asia and stuff. But like I've always had fear, of traveling abroad, these countries, like because
Right
it's
there. That's a
very
form of
like
intimidation right there. Exactly. There's a form of
yeah,
intimidation right there. Because you don't know
yeah,
what's out there. You don't like I said, I told guys that doesn't have to come from a people. It could be anything. Guys, I'm afraid to go in this closet by myself. Because I'm afraid I might have
yeah,
claustrophobia or some shit like that. So
yeah,
exactly. And some people can't handle that. So like I said, intimidation comes in many, like I said, many shapes and forms. So it could be anything. Like, when
hmm
you travel for the first time, I would say go with somebody the first time, and then after that, when you get comfortable to it, then go by yourself.
yeah. I know though Japan is pretty safe. It's not like one of those countries, that's dangerous. I don't know. It's
Plus,
just pretty safe. But
the
like
crime rate is extremely low. So yeah,
yeah, like the lowest incarceration rates, the highest high school graduations, and all stuff like that. I don't think I'll have a problem there. You know what I mean? Like it's
you'll be okay
just
there.
stuff like
You just gotta
yeah.
make sure you don't hit anybody, and you're fine.
Of course, man. Like these are just
But
the
yeah,
countries that are pretty goddamn good. No cap. It's just that stuff like that, man. Yeah, it's pretty unique though. Like, so it's mainly fear, right? So like, even if you travel, for example, I don't know where, but like, let's just say anywhere in the world, do you like need to learn how to box? Because like here back in the States, I'm currently learning how to boxing, and I'm here to like, learn how to like
just
fight
defend
and stuff.
yourself. Yeah.
So do you need?
No, 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 John. I agree with you. I mean, like, I think everybody should be required to defend themselves, learn some type of martial art or trade, pretty much to defend themselves. Like, I learned shadow boxing when I was
Yeah.
young, and I did a little bit of karate. Well, I did kung fu, but tiger style
Uh,
and shit like that. But the difference for me is I stopped practicing that one, and it was more about boxing at the time. So I have a little bit of what I learned from there and a little bit from here. It's just a matter of me getting myself in shape and go back to practicing, making myself agile,
yeah.
and then getting back into what I did. Dedicate to it. So yeah, I would say take up the
Yep.
lessons so nobody puts hands on you. Defend yourself always.
Okay. No, that's great, man. That's really great. What I was mainly up to, like, mainly like, was gonna also add in was that when you travel to Japan, I heard this like one thing in Japan where there was this Japanese lady. I don't know if it was like I don't know, like I forgot this guy, but like Tony Berry or something. Like
Oh yeah, yeah, he's my
he
mentor. Yeah, he's
yeah.
actually married to a Japanese woman, and also he's had a kid with
Uh,
one. So yeah, he's actually
uh,
he has a lowdown all on Japan.
Yeah, what about like N-word use? Because I heard one time
They don't
one
have
of the
they don't ever
Japanese,
call you they don't ever call you that down there. They don't even
they
use
never
that
called.
word.
Yeah.
They don't.
What other countries
In
you?
Japan? No.
Oh, in Japan. Okay. All right. Yeah, but like if you travel a little bit, let's just touch on the European side because I was like, yeah, as soon as
Okay.
the war is over in Russia, I'm planning to like go to Russia, and stuff like that. I'm also planning to go like as soon as the war is like settled down, maybe next year or I don't know, 2 years down the line, but I'm planning to go there, by myself and stuff like that, you know. I'm also planning to like stuff, but like I don't know about these European countries. Like, do they use like the N word or they don't use it? It's just
I don't
one of
think
those
Russians.
fears that I don't know.
I'm not gonna speak for them, but I don't think that they do in Russia either. The problem.
Oh,
I mean,
cool.
yeah. I haven't heard any stories of people in Russia calling black folks that. I haven't heard that. Like
Yeah, man.
Japan that's completely non-existent. I can tell you that. That I can
Yeah.
guarantee.
What about like I know Japanese people are not that tall. I know that like
For sure.
I know that they're
One
tall.
in a
But
million is
like, have
probably
you
tall. There.
like which region have you discovered like in Japan where the dudes were like let me say like, at least 5'10"? I'm not trying to say like all have to be 6 feet, but like which region do they have like the tallest people, and which region have
Um,
you discovered or any or they're
I
not,
mean,
you can
let me say this: they're either freeze from birth, from jump, or they're probably they married American, and then the tall genes got in there, and everybody become tall. But there's not really a set section of where they're like really really tall. It's really at random.
Yeah, man. Because like I heard from this other brother, I don't know, his name is Curtis. I heard from this other brother. There's this place called Central Asia. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's like right. It's in Asia. Like it's Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, that's the country.
Oh,
Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan.
Mm, Yeah,
Yeah.
Kyrgyzstan. It's like they're
No.
Central Asia. They're also like Central Asians. Let me just say, like, because they used to be part of some of the countries used to be part of the Soviet Union back in the day. They're one of the tallest regions in Asia. They're actually like the tallest country, like Kazakhstan, then it's Kyrgyzstan. Like, I heard from this brother where when he traveled to the gym there, when he was in the gym like in Kyrgyzstan. I don't know what capital. I think it's Astana or something. But when he was
Yeah.
there, he he basically like went into the gym and he like saw this lady and he was like the same height as her, but she was like a lot bigger. She was like, you know, like she got like a lot of muscle, a lot of like a lot of muscle.
Was this in Russia or was it in Japan?
Kyrgyzstan. I
Oh, Kyrgyzstan. Yeah.
think in
I mean,
Japan.
I think that's in Russia. Russia. Yeah. Well, because Russian women are pretty tall. They have long legs.
So,
Marcus, how you doing,
I
man?
know
Brother, I would love to have you on if you were to come on, brother. Link is in the chat. but
that. Yeah, man.
yeah, dude. I think that's Russia. Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Russia. 100%. Not 100. I'm gonna say 99. The 1% chance I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure because I've heard not Tony Theo talk about Russia before, and that was one of the
Yeah,
places that popped up. But yeah, they're just tall. Now that now I do believe you can defend yourself there in Russia, yeah, as opposed to Japan because they're a little bit different. But just gotta make sure you're okay. You know, just be
yeah,
careful.
I, yeah, man. Have you learned any like fighting skills, to like require to like is it only like hand to hand combat, you've learned back in America when you were in America
Oh no
when
no
you
no no!
like had
Oh correct you, John Watts. I'm still in America. I just need to
oh,
get
okay.
over there. I have connections with people over there, but I'm not over
Oh,
there right now. If I was over, oh bro, please believe, if I was over there right now, man, I have bigger smile on my face. But
okay.
but no. But all in all, you're saying like, did I learn any other hand to hand combat or anything like that besides that?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that for you, so
No. All I currently still know is the stuff that I've been taught. Like I said, shadow boxing. Like I box a little bit. I know how to move around. I know how to grapple. I know how to do stuff like that. Grappling, I'm good at that.
okay.
And
Uh,
just really good at tossing people, but people bigger than
Okay.
me that requires a lot more effort. You're not gonna be able to bring them down. I would say
Okay.
learn
How?
pressure point. I would say learn pressure point techniques because they can
Uh,
help. Like when you nerve strike somebody, yeah, learn those.
so how tall are you, brother? Like how tall are you?
I am 6'0".
6'0". Nice, 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 nice. Not bad, not
By
bad
the
at
way, I'm
all.
not
So you've
sitting
never.
up. I'm not sitting up right
Oh,
now. That's why. I don't look like
okay,
it now.
no.
Yeah.
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 So you've never been attacked. That's when you traveled out of the states. You've never been attacked. Nothing as bad happened to you at all.
When I went on my
Like
trip to Mexico,
journey. I don't know.
no. When I went on my cruise and when I went out of the country one time, I haven't been attacked by anybody. Just mostly been
Never
talked
been
to.
attacked.
No.
Okay. So in these countries, even let's say I don't know Mexico, you've never been like racially profiled or anything. Yeah, there's nothing bad like that stuff happens. Like back
Racially
in the states,
profiled?
for example.
I'll say this: if I was, I didn't see it. But often than not, everybody
Uh,
treated me. I think the thing is, just wasn't acting like a crazy person. I had to like kind of like how the people acted over there, and I just kept to myself. I wasn't loud. I would just keep them to myself.
yeah, that's what I also noticed, man. Because when I
Yeah, it's very
traveled
different when you go
to,
when you go to a state inside the America. Like you still gotta when you're in the state, just mostly just keep to yourself. And if you can do that there, then you're kind of good. But you still gotta be able to speak to people who want to speak to you.
yeah, back to the states. Let's just focus back to the states now. Back in the states,
Gotcha.
they're basically like I live here in LA. South Central LA. I'm
Oh, you're in
living
LA?
here.
Okay.
I will, yeah, the South Central district. I think it's near Baldwin Hills. I think that's like the middle class name, like Hollywood or something. You could call it that, basically. I'm
Yeah.
near it there. That's where I mainly live. But like back to the states, what I always had fear was like traveling to the predominantly white states in America. Let's say like Montana or Iowa, like if I travel out there, like let's say I just drive, like will I encounter like sundown towns, like in that TV series, I forgot what the name was, but like I just watched this episode, you know,
Hmm.
and like I don't know what was the name of the series, but I couldn't get it at the tip of my tongue. I think it's like I forgot what the name was, but like I watched this episode on this show where it was like a sundown town and they had to travel. Like this is like in the 1950s, It's like a horror series basically. It's like in the
Okay.
1950s, but like you're traveling through like
Hmm.
this town and like by 6 p.m. you have to be like out of there, and by the time you're not out of there, the cop is gonna chase you. I saw this one time. This cop, he's just chasing them, and like they just drove out of town, basically. Like, do they still have those in the states, or they don't? Like, if I
I
travel,
mean,
let's say outside them.
there are some places that might be predominantly white because I work in the country area, and there's
Hmm.
some Caucasian, some black, and I've seen some Hispanics too, like a mixture of like three. But because the country's so vast. But I haven't run into any bad ones, at least for me. But I'm thinking about if you're talking about states
Uh,
that are predominantly that, if they are, then don't go to them. If they are quote unquote racist, then I would say don't go to them. I'm talking about if it's a majority. If it's like maybe just like
oh,
one person, I'll say if it's like you go to a town and it's like two or one person is like that, but everybody else is cool.
mhm.
You're good.
Cool, man. No, no,
Because
that's
people
good.
because in order for it to really bad, it has to be everybody. That one person is just one person. I can I can always ignore his or her dopey voice. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. That's super cool because it's like when that's the fear, like that's what the topic today is, like fear, and that was the fear that was going into them, like just
Yeah.
traveling to that place, and just encountering like I don't know people or group or just one car that's just following me, that's like trying to run me off the road. I heard a
Right.
lot of scary stories like that, especially like also because I'm a junior lawyer. I'm like in law school now, so I want to be a prosecutor. I'm
That's what's
also a
up, man.
part-time truck I'm also a part-time truck driver, so I do travel through the country a lot. And like the fear was that if I travel like outside of California and stuff, let's say I go to like New York, I'm instructed to
Uh,
go there. Something like, I might encounter a beast or something. I don't know. Like the United States is filled with all kinds of like, epic adventures, all kinds of woods and all kinds of like places or abandoned roads that are that lead to like dangerous stuff. It's a very big
no, no, I know
country.
what you mean. Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's a lot
Yeah,
of fear with everything. When you first get on the highway, there's a lot of fear there. I agree. I was afraid of
yeah,
that. Guys, everybody's. I was afraid of the highway, y'all, when I first got my license.
yeah,
Because I didn't
that's what I
people.
was afraid. you know
Guess what? It took a lot of practice on the driving with my father. I mean, not be afraid of
uh,
it. And then after that, I'm creasing in here like there's no problem with me now. I can do it not with my eyes closed, but I can do it really really damn well. Great.
yeah, like I know, let's say, to like brothers who live like in predominantly like white states in America, my advice is don't drive at night. Like, I'm not trying to say you shouldn't drive at night, but my advice would be just
Yeah.
try and don't do it like all the time, like consistently. Because like if you're like in a white state, for example, or let's say any state, there
Hmm.
are people out there that might do harm to you. There are people out there who are trying to like kill you, or you're gonna try to like rob you or something. There are people out there, especially in
Right.
the wider areas. But like, just try to like keep a low profile, when you're out there. And what my father also advised me to do is that when I'm driving and I turn the car lights off, like I literally just turn them off. I just become like
You
invisible.
stop.
I know like it's yeah, I know it's like a good. I know it's not like a good idea and stuff, but like I just do it to try to keep like I'm in. Let's say I'm in Montana and I'm just driving on the road. Like I try to keep my car lights off, but like when I'm pulled over, I just turn them back on. Because I don't. I try to like avoid being suspected of anything or like any driver is trying to suspect me. So the way they don't see me is that they don't see me as or like black or white or like they just assume I'm just another driver basically when they just
Right.
drive by. That's just my fear going into because I try to not like attract to and I'm not a fast driver, so I'm like medium, I try like 70, 80 miles an hour, so I'm not like that fast, so I try to
That's
like
fair.
keep a low profile. But yeah, that's just my tip for any brother out there who's like driving at night. But like, don't do it all the time. That's also just my another tip. You can do it, just not consistently.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Because my thing is my biggest fear is like falling asleep on the wheel because with the job that I do now, it makes me very damn tired, and I gotta pull over sometimes, sleep for like 30
Yeah,
minutes at the end of the route once it's done. Because hey, listen, I don't give a damn to get mad or not. I'm tired. Rather have me sleep
yeah. You
drive.
drink, yeah. So
Yeah,
you drink coffee,
I
like
don't drink
when you
coffee.
drive.
I don't.
Oh,
I don't want to either. Nope.
oh, you do.
Nope.
Oh, so so like
I'm
you.
actually, I'm a tea guy.
Oh, tea. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So you
And plus,
drink tea.
I don't believe in drinking a lot of sugar to keep your ass awake. Sometimes I'm more believe in you get thorough rest. You get up and you can do the job.
Okay, now that's
Because I
cool,
drove
man. That's
I drove
really
7 hours from Florida to where I'm at right now. So it can be done. I left early. I got a plenty of speed, but I got up early, drove, had the music on, kept me up. Just go.
yeah, yeah, man. But
I had
like
to be
getting to
careful.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, man. I drive a lot. Also, I drive like man, so many hours. I can't even count how many hours a day I drive. But like. I drive a lot
Crazy.
also, and sometimes I do drink coffee, but not all the time. But like when I drink like I don't know what is this drink, but like energy drink. I mainly like take that
Oh, I know
like
what you
when
mean.
I'm at a local store. I just go and buy that, and while I'm driving, I just drink it so I can gain energy. because I'm more of like a night owl at times, but I mainly like, stay in my local apartment mainly throughout the day. So until I go to work, obviously, or until I'm in university, because I do have my own car. So like when it's holiday time and let's say it's Thanksgiving, I do drive around town, just to like sort of the breeze because my family, is like in the East Coast and I live in the West Coast. So it's
Right.
mainly far ahead. I don't have like money to like travel back to, that's what I mainly do. But also like the country I wanted to really go to, and it's not that I have fear was Latvia, Latvia was pretty cool, I always wanted to travel there and like mainly like not settle, but like just travel there and see the place, because I heard a lot of good stories about it and positive mainly. I watched a lot of live streams about it because it's pretty like goddamn cool, That's just my fear going into it, but
That's
I
fair.
just overcome the yeah, just overcome the fear and just go to it. I mean, it's Europe for crying out loud, so yeah. But like, if you travel to Japan, are you like allowed to show off? Let's say like you wear a blazer, like let's say just look like $1 million. Are you allowed to like look $1 million? And nobody's gonna rob you or anything,
No, no, no. No one's
Nobody.
no one's gonna rob you, as far as I know. And no,
Mm,
yeah. And here's what I mean by as far as I know. From all the stuff that people have told me, no one really gets robbed over there. Um, and like I said, these crimes are like very, very low in percentage over there. They're it's nothing like America, like dead ass. It's more often not a
okay.
benevolent dictatorship, and I much rather prefer a benevolent dictatorship than too much freedom over here where people can just get away with anything. But you're allowed to just just dress correctly. You can wear a blazer. Just make sure you're not looking like a swine or a slob, and you're fine, pretty much.
I see it a lot
Sure.
because I'm a very flashy guy myself. Yeah, I'm a very flashy guy myself. I like, I like wearing like a suit or like a nice suit and a nice
Oh, they love
shirt
that.
and
They
a
love that.
platinum
They love that over
watch.
there, man. You'll fit right in.
Yeah,
You wear that. So just make sure it's not
yeah,
black.
platinum watch.
No,
Yeah, just
the reason why
okay.
the reason why I'm saying
That's
that is
funny.
because you don't want to
Like,
burn. You don't want to burn with the sun. That's why I said make sure it's like a different color,
uh,
at least.
yeah, like a silver. Yeah, just like a silver watch. I don't know. I don't care
Silver
what
gray.
brand it is. But yeah, I
Yeah.
also wear like a nice small gold chain, but not like a big gold chain. I'm not trying to look like a rapper or anything, but like I just like wearing a gold chain, and a nice like long trouser and nice conservative like shoes, because I don't know what
I
kind of
got you.
shoes, but just like that, like I like looking like $1 million, a, like how a dude would travel, like a gentleman would travel around the world.
Yeah.
That's the
Well, I
type
will
of
say. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's a fear right there. I mean, well, more the intimidation. Like, yeah, I gotta make sure I'm prepared. I got everything. Like I said, intimidation's in everything because you're intimidated by a lot of people over there that's dressed differently. But
Mhm.
the thing is, of course, you can wear some things that are down, but just not as long as they're not out of wild. But I would say Shibuya would be more up your alley if you dress down more than you dress up. But trust me, you'll fit fine. If you dress
Mm,
correctly there with no hats like this, and you just dress like how you said you dressed, then you should be fine.
yeah. Also, like here in America, basically, like in my job, I like wearing Jordans, because like it's a free country. I just like wearing Jordans in general. But like when I go out to Japan, I just eliminate all that, like, fancy or not, I wouldn't call it fancy. I'll just all that wrapping gimmick or all those casual clothing. I just like remove that. Like I just like travel like a conservative like brother, and I just go out there. I don't try to like bring in my casual style of wearing because I know I'm in another country because I don't want them to like look at me in the negative light.
Right.
That's what I mainly. and that's what I mainly travel to go to. It's a big world out there. You know, it's a huge world out there.
Yep, it's a big universe, man.
You know, it's a big universe, man. It's usually a big universe. So, what other countries have you traveled to besides Japan? You know, I want to
um,
get your experience on that.
no, Grant. Like I said, I haven't traveled to Japan yet. I will be going there.
Oh,
Um, I've
oh,
like I
okay.
said, I'm actually planning on going to Costa Rica this year.
Costa
Costa Rica is one of
Rica.
them. I haven't been there yet, but I'm going there soon. Um, just really, I would say it just been more of like I did an island visit one time, but that was like a field trip, but that was outside of America too when I did it. And we so we actually went all the way through the Cayman Islands. It was really great. Um, and then on my return trip, we actually went to with the cruise this time, but I don't count that as going out of the country. But more often than not, I went back again and I realized how big the island was, how many the ladies were like over there, that the people were like over there, as opposed to the first time where we were there a little bit longer for days, but I didn't let the culture slip me in when I went there. When I went back again, it
Mm,
seemed to be very chill,
mhm.
like very nice atmosphere, nice people, kids not yelling, acting crazy, like it was very nice.
Yeah, man, that's what I discovered about Costa Rica. It's a nice small island, you know. It's just one of those
Well,
small
you got to
islands.
go to Jocko. There are safer places, but nicer places. Like Jocko is the one we plan on going to. Me and my
Yeah.
brother. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm thinking about starting my own YouTube channel soon, my new travel channel. You know, I'm gonna start it up soon once I graduate from college and like I get my own job. I'm also gonna like do the thing that you guys are doing. You know, I'm also gonna do that, but this time I'm also gonna like expand it a bit. You know, just try to interview other people to get their
Right.
experience on it, or get interviewed myself. You know, based on my travel experience. You know, basically like that. You know. Those are
No,
just
ain't no wrong
some,
with that. Yeah.
yeah.
I would say get as much info as you can from those people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be intimidated by them guys. No pun intended. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just feel, just ask them. Like I said,
Yeah, man.
their input can help you.
Yeah, man. That's what I'll be doing, and I'll make sure there aren't any troubles or any trolling going on. I'll make sure I like get ban as many trolls or like have like a I don't know a membership only program. Maybe I'll start that, but that will be later down the line. But I'll mainly like start my channel and make sure it just gets out, you know, as much gets many views so you can reach out to other brothers out there. You know, SYSBM. You know, save yourself. You know, basically from that.
Yeah.
That's what I'll be doing, and you know, I'll try not to be like, you know, in the like stuck in the middle of anything. You know, that's what I'll be doing.
Yeah,
But
and I
like,
would say don't.
getting,
Yeah, I would tell you,
yeah,
just like I said, I would just say, just make sure you don't go with that narrative. Oh, he says I'm driving. Okay, you're driving, bro. Be safe. We're cool. But no. My thing is just make sure you know the area that you're in. You know the people and know, and of course this goes to your channel right here. What I'm gonna say is just know the people you're letting up. Make sure they're respectable to your platform. Make sure they're respectable to you
yeah,
and
yeah,
people in general. And whatever you want your platform to be, it will be that. Mine here is chill, no drama, and we just talk without having to
yeah,
argue.
man. Yeah, we're not having to argue. You know,
And plus, I'm
basically,
not
and I
kicking you
get
off
that.
if you don't agree with something. I'm not doing that.
Oh no, man. I don't have to agree or disagree. I'm not like that type
Oh,
of person that says it out loud.
no.
You know.
I'm glad you're not because people like that are toxic to me.
Yeah. I'm just
I'm like,
mainly a
yo,
chill dude, you know. I just like asking questions about like, about like any country you go to and stuff like that. That's what I just like asking. And
well, that's
cause I
cool.
like,
You should ask it all
I
day, to
like,
be honest.
yeah,
From people who have traveled too. Like I said, make sure you ask them. which is why I would say go to IP's channel more often than not. But I would always ask other people who don't have the same experience as them and see if they can give you different advice. But make sure it's not
Yeah,
crooked or jaded. Just make sure it's like good one that you can actually take with you. Because I think some people are really quick to believe some of these lessons when they actually haven't been there yet. When they're over there, it's different from how they told you, like how you're gonna move,
yeah,
everything. So,
yeah, man. Very much.
but John, no, that's cool,
Yeah.
John. No, but John, do you have any other questions for me today?
Oh, I also have a question. When what is it again? When you, let's say, fear, like, how do you overcome like the fear of, like, I don't know, not going anywhere, but like interfering like in your job, for like if you're like preparing for a promotion, what are the fears that are going into it? Like, and let's say in your field, what fears have you faced? Any obstacles that
My biggest fear whenever I feel like you may move to a different position or whatever, fear of not getting it right. That's always been
oh
something that's always plagued me. Me not getting something right the first time. Even as I'm older,
yeah,
it doesn't stick as much, but I need it. But the thing is, for me, I need to be able to understand it quicker,
okay,
as opposed to
yeah.
being afraid of it. But if I know I can't, if I know I shouldn't mess with something I'm not qualified to mess with, I won't mess with it.
Yeah, man. That's also the fear that I've been fearing in my own land field of law, because it's like, oh, studying law is not easy. It's not an easy work. It
No, it's
requires a
not.
lot
It's
of,
a lot of damn work and sacrifice. To learn all them
just
damn
a
laws.
lot.
Oh,
Uh, have to memorize the
man.
Constitution and stuff and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
bro, that's all a pain in the ass. That's why I thought I wanted to do that. I'm like, nah. And I love
Yeah,
reading, but I'm not like memorizing all that entire freaking state law. That's crazy.
man.
That's why I got respect for you guys who can actually learn it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
man. I'm pretty much of a brother who likes reading and stuff. Another question that I always had in mind is that, not when you travel or anything, but like when you like go out of your comfort zone, like what other fear have you faced that required you to sacrifice something in your life? What other fears, that
Hmm.
mainly like,
What caused me to sacrifice more
yeah,
of like something to face my fears? My ego. Well, I'm not so much my ego, but more so ignorance is what I would call, not ego. My ignorance. I had to sacrifice my ignorance to overcome a certain fear slash task that I wasn't getting done, and then once I gave that up, I was able to do the task that was asked of me. Because
yeah, I know.
I knew I needed to overcome it in order to not be afraid of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
go ahead, John.
noticed yeah, I also noticed the fear of like people having guns. I don't know about firearms. I'm not really against firearms. I believe you have the right to carry, firearms if you mind, if you want to defend yourself. But here in this like state of Cali, it's mainly like Democrat. I'm not trying to like in just any political party, but like it's mainly like the strictest state with the most gun law restrictions, like probably in the whole country. Are you like against guns, or do you fear any like type of firearm, in any way?
Oh no, I'm not afraid of it. No,
Mm. So you're not against guns, you're not against people having
I'm not
guns.
against guns, but the difference is, I just don't. I guess for me, I don't trust people with guns because I don't trust myself. With I don't like even then I don't have a firearm myself, so therefore, I'm much better. I like kind of like dealing with things with my hands. That's how I was raised. But
Okay.
yeah, like I said, it just depends on the person. And plus, I don't like I said, I just don't like weapons. But eventually, I'm gonna have to learn how to shoot a weapon if I ever get a family, so to make sure that they're protected.
Yeah, so
Besides me going in on the
people,
stands. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, I was like, so people who own a firearms out there, there's nothing bad about it, you just protect yourself and protect for your family or whoever you're related to, That's basically my tip to people who own firearms. But like getting to like, a topic also about firearms is that I think people who own them should take like mental tests, to make sure they
Mental, yeah,
qualify
that's what I
for
said.
one.
Mental
Yeah.
test, yeah.
Yeah. And what also do you think like the fear of the education system? Because I know have you been to like public school or private? You've been like
Private school. I've been to a private school.
oh,
A
private
private
school,
college.
that's good.
I went to a private college.
Oh, like no, I'm talking about like K through 12. Like have you like
Okay, the
public
12.
school?
No, it was a public school. Yeah, public school. Yeah, unless you
Ha,
make college.
man, public. Like so. Like I know about this thing of critical race theory and stuff. Like, what is the fear of our education system?
Hey, Blackstic, can you
Basically
come in if you
going
want? You said, what is the fear of our school
education,
education?
like our education system, like K through 12. What is that? Because I know a lot of kids are being taught, the opposite stuff. Like, say we were taught like in the 80s or 90s, Because I was taught, I'm like a guy who was born like in 1990 or something, in the 90s. So I was mainly taught like other values in school, like stay off trouble, don't do drugs, all that stuff. Like, what's the fear that's going into schools, of people being indoctrinated, of the, I don't know, gender spectrum, LGBT stuff? What is like the stuff that's going into
That's a
that?
loaded question, brother. The fear is more often than not they're dumbing them boys to be girls, which should never happen. Boys should always be boys, and they should play rough like they always
Mm-hmm.
play rough with each other. And then, somehow some ladies on top conflate that with them being, biblical murder. So you gotta wrap their hands and shit around. I'm like, it's kind of wild.
Okay. I want to get to more of your high school experience. Were you ever bullied in any way? Like, did you ever fear anything in high school?
Not in high school, really. Someone did put hands on me, and then I slapped them back for doing that. Okay, a lesson needed to be learned that day. But
No.
yeah, it was just one time. After that, but middle schools were like I had to fight everybody. So, but when it came to high school, it was just that one thing. After that, I dealt with it outside of school where the teachers went away and I didn't get suspended, whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, in high school, I was like, I wouldn't call myself a nerd or anything, but I was mainly like a dude who just did a lot of hooping. I was mainly like basketball. I played a lot of basketball. I played a little bit of football, but I was mainly a guy that's afraid of getting like bullied or made fun of. I was always like that shy guy. I mainly turn away from like people, who would try to like punk me or anything. I tried to stick like with the group, but I was not like mainly. I was mainly antisocial. I had like a few friends, around me, so I didn't like really get to experience, the other stuff of the high school, but mainly the sports. Like, what physical activities did you do in high school that made you like overcome your other fears in life?
That does. Yeah. Like I said, it really depends on the person and how good their fortitude is, and how much have you have stilled yourself into the ground when it comes to things like this. But no, you're right for the most part.
Yeah. So.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
No. So like in college, so when you're in college, you didn't get any like other fears or anything else that made me like you were afraid of, like I don't
No.
know,
I
a
mean,
big
I
test.
guess more so fear of the unknown of what I don't know. Because like I said, there's a lot
Uh,
of things I was ignorant towards when I was in even in college and high school. Like I said, without like understanding the
okay.
surface of somebody, trust me, you become like a deer in headlights. So you gotta really, yeah, you will. So you gotta actually be careful and know your surroundings like I said, who to engage with and what not to engage with. So it's very simple
Yeah,
as that. For me, like I said, for me, it was just can I do everything that I set out to do if I graduate? And I said to myself, yes. But the thing is, I had to put it in practice. And then once I did, the results came. The change
yeah, the
happened,
main
and I needed to. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was also the main thing that I feared when I was in high school was the football teams. You never mess with the football team or the jog. Those type of guys. I would never. I've always feared them. I was always the one to avoid them at all costs because they're the ones who like just who just like try to punk you or try to like make pick on you and stuff. In high school, I also what I was also afraid of was talking to like the girls and stuff. Sometimes I would
Yeah.
approach them and talk to them, but like, they've never get my vibe or anything, and they would just try to like cut the conversation or just like ignore me and stuff. That was like my fear. Like the most popular chick in school, dates the football guy, and I was always asking myself, why doesn't she date like the basketball type of guy? I'm like, yeah, I'm 6 something. I do well for myself. I'm pretty masculine, or I'm pretty muscular. Let me just say that. I, I always do that. I'm like, I've always wanted that in high school. You always like pick, the opposite and stuff. Basically like which sport the guy plays or which guy, because I wasn't like really that good in basketball, but I was mainly like just a good player, just not a great player. Considered in many standards. But I love the sport. Hooping has always been my hobby and stuff. But like getting to like the question, like when you play, let's say, what sports did you play like in high school, bro?
In high school, I did track for a year. Then I did 2 years swimming.
So what was the worst fear you had between those two sports? What was like the fear
Falling.
going into? Oh, okay. Cool, 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 cool. So that was like like the first time you did it, you were kind of afraid of it, but like you managed to get over it pretty quickly.
Yeah. Um,
Oh,
I need
all
to
right.
do it in order to reaffirm for myself that I was gonna be okay, but also like, yo, I'm gonna be able to get through this. I just gotta have the confidence in myself to do great. I did do great, so
Yeah, man.
I'm still here, so it tells me a lot. But guys,
Yeah.
listen, thanks for tuning in today, guys. Today was a relatively short stream. Me and John are gonna talk in the
Okay.
background. Um, if he wants to. But I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thanks for
Okay.
tuning in and thanks for hearing our sides of our story of like intimidation, fear. You know, also like is it worth trying to overcoming something that might you know that might put some fear in you, but also you can come back stronger from that once you've faced the fear. So never forget that little tidbit I just gave you. This has been Jay
Yeah.
Takashi and my man John Wallace. We're about to chill out in the background and talk, so I can give them some information about these countries, especially the Asian ones, because those are the ones I studied. So all in all, guys, I hope you guys have a good night, and we're going to end it here on the outro, and I hope you guys have a really, really, really great night because I have to work tomorrow, unfortunately, so I can't be up all night. But all of my guys, take care and have a peace and prosperity day.